Okay, next topic is bones. Okay, so here we will discuss about the bones. So there is a lot of bones existing in our body. So first we will talk about these bones which is existing in our hands. Okay, this is the carpals, these are the metacarpals and these are the carpals. So these bones are known as the carpals. Okay, similarly this is the humerus and this is the radio and this is ulna. So these are the names which is not given in your book. So here you will just know these bones are known as the carpals. Second one is that you will find this is the shoulder bones. These all are the shoulder bones, and you will find that it provides the body posture to us and gives the shape. You will find this is the back, which is just triangular shape. So when you just turn it, you can just, while touching, you will feel it. So it is connected, and from here it is connected your humerus. Okay, so these are known as the shoulder bones, which give support to your limbs, your forelimbs. After that, there is in ribs. You will find that these are the ring-like structures. So there are 12 pairs of ring-like structures. These are known as rib bones. It is connected from the front side with the breastbone and back side with the backbone. You can see it clearly. Okay, so these are the 12 pairs of ribs, and the last two ribs are not. These ribs are known as the floating ribs because it is not completely connected with the breastbone. That is, this one is known as the breastbone. And after that, you will find that backside. This is the backbone, which you can see it is up to your lower side up to here. So these bones are not a single bones. There is a 33 bones are bind together, and this single bone is known as vertebra. So first bone is the axis, atlas. So these bones are connected to your neck, which helps to do the movement with the head. Okay, so there are the 33 bones are existing which are bind together and help to turn and twist. Clear? After that, these are the pelvic bones, and these pelvic bones are also known as the hip bone. You can find it is a broader in structure, and here you will find this is the femur. It is connected to here. Okay, so this is a ball and socket joint, and after that there is the knee. After that there is a bones, and then this is a foot bones are there, that is known as the phalanges. So all these are the bones, and their names are given, and it forms the skeleton. Clear? Now after that, the next topic is next is the skull, the important one. You will find that only the lower jaw, only your lower jaw is movable. Rest of the bones are just fixed. Like you can see on the skull, these are the bones which are fixed. These eyes, nose, and even this region. Okay, only this lower jaw is movable in on our head region. Okay, so this is the skull. And after that, next topic is the gait. Next topic is the gait to the that is known as the gait to the gait of animals. Now what is the gait? Gait means their movement, chart. Okay, the different animals, how do they do the movements with that? That is, the first is the earthworm. All of you have seen the earthworm, and nowadays it's a rainy season. You can see lots of earthworm nearby you. So you can just observe them. You will find that earthworm is a long thread-like structure, and you will find that they have the rings. So what rings are these? These are the muscles. So earthworm having the rings like this. Okay, so they have in the rings many rings over its body, and they have some longitudinal. Long rings are also there. So that means the round rings along with this long rings, the long muscles are also existing. So whenever it is moved, what it does, first it just make a grip with the back part. This is the front part and this is the back part. So whenever earthworm wants to move, what it does, first it just make a grip with the back side, and then these rings, which is made up of muscles, will stretch. When it is stretched, then it will make a grip from the front side. So after just some distances, that means we are having some steps. So similarly, it having some small steps. So when it gets stretched, it moves to little bit forward, and then the front part will make a grip with the soil, and it will be leaf, so that it can be moved forward. So similarly, again back side again make a grip on the surface, and then the rings will be stretched, and then the front part will make a grip. So in this way it will be do the movement. That means first it make a grip here, this rings will make a stretch, and then it will be touch the soil, so that it will be leave the back part. Then like this, then like this. So you can observe how the earthworm is moving. So with these muscles which are in the form of rings and the longitudinal forms help to do the movement. Next is the snail. And one more thing is that in the earthworm there is a, if you touch it, it's just having a slimy while feeling. So that slimy feeling, that means that sticky and slimy feeling is help them to make a grip on the surface and able to do the movement. Next is the snail. All of you have seen the snail. Snail always carry its shell, but that carry its home that is made up of shell, and that is not to help in the movement, but it's a home, that's why for its protection it always carry that shell. So how does it do the movement? In the snails, their foot part is much stronger as compared to their front part or their mouth part, and they also carry some sticky material. So whenever the snails move or crawl, you will find that there will be the sticky substance leave by the snail. So first it make a grip with the foot and then it will do the movement, and same movement with that, when its front part is moved, then it leave the foot part. So in this way they can easily move, and this sticky material help them to crawl easily or slither easily. Next is the cockroach. You see that the cockroach is having a 3 pair of legs. These are the 3 pairs of legs and 2 pairs of wings. So that means the front legs is known as the forelimbs, like these are our forelimbs, and the middle limbs are there, and the hind limbs, and we have only the forelimbs and the hind limbs. So cockroach is having a 3 pair of limbs and 2 pairs of wings. So the cockroach can able to walk, climb and fly. Okay, so that means 3 movements that can be done by the cockroaches. Clear? And it having, if you see, if you just turn the cockroach, you will find that they having a hard covering. Okay, these hard coverings are made up of muscles, and these muscles help them to do all the movements of climbing, flying and walking. Next is the birds. All of you have seen the birds. Birds having a 2 pairs of limbs. The forelimbs, like we have a forelimbs, the birds also have a forelimb, but it is modified into wings so that it can easily fly. And their hind limbs help them to sit or perching on the tree. But birds can fly, why we are not able to fly? The reason is that the birds having a hollow bones. If you see the bones of the birds, it is lighter in weight as compared to our bone. Our bones are filled with the heavy density of bone marrows, but in the birds we having a whole bones, and along with this they having a strong shoulders bones. The shoulder bones are much stronger so that it helps to fly, and their breast bones help to bind with the muscles. So in this way, because of their structure is like that, so that it can be easily fly in the sky. Next is the fish. Fish, you will see that it having a streamlined body. If you can see the structure of fish, it is a pointed end, then it is a tapering, and then it is again narrow. So why its shape is there? Its shape is known as a streamline, and it is a narrow so that it can be easily cross the water. It can be easily just cross the water waves and can be easily swim. Along with this, the fish having a fins and the tails. Okay, so when you see that they having a fins and tail, these fins and tails help them to swim. So whenever fish swim in the water, you will find that if their mouth is in the one direction, the tail will be in the opposite direction. So whenever it is swimming, if its mouth is in this region, its tail in the opposite direction. So fins and tails help them to swim in the water. With the help of this and the muscles, they can easily swim in the water. Now the last one is the snake. Now snake. You have seen the snake, and many of you have heard that the snakes do not have bones, but it's incorrect. Snakes also have bones, but these bones are very fine and it is bind with the muscle, and it is very flexible so that it can be easily just crawl, or you can say the slither. Okay, so you will find that whenever the snake moves, you will find there is a lots of loops are there. Okay, so these loops help them to crawl on the surface. So these bones and these fine bones and the muscles of the snakes help them to crawl on the surface, and they just easily move, or fastly they can move with these loops. If they having a more loops, that means it is running fast or it is having a high speed. So these are the different gait of animals. Similarly, we can also walk, speak, and some internal processes also existing within the body. But do the plants have a movements? The question is that, do the plants have a movement? No, we don't, but by the external forces we can do the movement in the plants, like the air, wind, or animals while chewing, while grabbing, or while snatching it. But you have seen the touch me not flower, जिसे हम कहते हैं छुई मुई plant. The touch me not flower, if you touch it, it will be, its leaves will be little bit shrink. So this is the one of the fact, that means because of the stimulus it can be moved. So this is an exception, but internal processes or movements are goes on in the plants also, like it need gases, it needs water, so water will be uplifted, and the transportation of food from the leaves to the different part of the body. So movements will occur in the plants also. So this is all about the lesson. So hope you understood the chapter. What is body movements? How do we do the different body movements, and what is the important role of bones, cartilages, and the joints to do the movement. Thank you. Go through the chapter.